this or that. Way too early for next season. Take a look at some starting pitchers, and we'll also just talk about what they did here today. But Bryan Woo, a quality start against the Cardinals, 6 innings, 2 runs with 9 strikeouts to 0 walks. And Logan Webb, a quality start, 6 innings, 4 runs, only one of those earned. There was some bad defense behind him early on in this game. He did have 7 strikeouts and has been much better over his last 8 starts as well. Who do you guys think will be drafted higher next year? And any thoughts on these starts, Bryan Woo or Logan Webb?
I think Woo.
I guess I would guess Woo is going to be drafted higher.
The one edge Webb had on Woo is, he's going to give you a ton of innings. But few pitchers have pitched more innings than Woo this year, miraculously. So I wouldn't even really understand the argument for taking Webb ahead of Woo, to be honest.
Yeah. And there's like a 0.30 difference in their whip too. Bryan Woo is at 0.95 and Logan Webb is at 1.23.
So if I could articulate the difference between Webb, I think it's that this season especially, the strikeouts have been there for him in a way that they haven't been for Woo. Woo is more like a strikeout per inning guy. Webb has been about 10K per 9. And while that has not been the case for Logan Webb throughout his career, we have seen stretches of strikeout upside from him. And I think he's made some changes to his approach that have really helped him in that regard. Throwing that 4-seamer more, which is a really good swing and miss pitch for him. 34% whiff rate on the 4-seamer for Logan Webb. The sweeper and changeup.
Just to address your original point, coming into today, Woo was at 9 point. Oh, you're right. Never mind. Sorry, I was looking at the wrong unit. Never mind. Finish your point. I'm an idiot.
He has. It's about a 30 strikeout, 25 strikeout difference between them coming into the start. So I guess it's 22, 23 now. That's enough. I would guess Woo's going to get taken ahead of Logan Webb next season just because he's a little younger. Think that he probably gets tagged with a little more theoretical upside, but Logan Webb is past 200 strikeouts now for the season. He is, I believe, is he third in the majors in strikeouts now? I think so. That's
behind
pretty surprising.
Skubal and Crochet.
Yeah, behind Skubal and Crochet, he passed Wheeler, Cease, and Skeens today. Obviously,
is that high? All those short starts. Wow.
That's the one thing he does. Yeah, he has 201 strikeouts. I believe that's the first 200 strikeout season for Logan Webb. Look, there's a chance that he takes a step back with the strikeouts. I think that would be the expectation, but the changes, he kind of lost the feel for the changeup last season, had to throw the sweeper more, introduced that cutter at the end of last season, and has been using that 4-seamer as a put-away pitch, especially against lefties, I believe. And so I do think Logan Webb is the best version of himself that we've ever seen. But look, I really love Bryan Woo. He is one of my favorite pitchers in the league to watch. I think he has a chance to, you know how like Zach Wheeler spent the last 6 years just getting a little bit better every single season? I think Bryan Woo has that kind of potential where his 4-seamer and sinker are so good at limiting contact, and he gets whiffs with the 4-seamer as well, that he doesn't really need to throw the other pitches very much. He's still like a 75% 4-seamer sinker guy. And you could start to see that trend down a little bit as he chases more whiffs, and that could help Bryan Woo take another step forward. But to a certain extent, I think that would be Bryan Woo getting to where Logan Webb is this season, you know?
Mm-hmm. Next up, we have Shota Imanaga, who got off to a rough start, but then settled down at the Braves. 6 innings, 3 runs, 4 strikeouts, had 15 whiffs on 80 pitches, has turned in 7 straight quality starts. And Nick Lodolo, solid coming back from that illness. He was at the Padres, 5 shutout innings, 2 hits, 1 walk, only 2 strikeouts here. If you look at just the ERA and whip, it's actually very similar for Imanaga and Lodolo, but the underlying numbers are a lot scarier for Imanaga. So who do you guys think gets drafted higher between these two next season?
I would guess Imanaga.
I
think
would guess
they'll
so
both be
too.
viewed by as SP3 types
Mm-hmm.
in that range. Maybe the 30 to 40 range at starting pitcher.
That feels right.
Knee jerk, I want to say Imanaga for myself too. I mean, it's kind of a when in doubt draft for whip. Not that Lodolo's whip is bad. I mean, 1.7 walks per 9, but Imanaga's been incredible the last 2 years with whip,
Somehow
even as the
season
strikeout rate has dipped. Yeah. So I'm not going to be super high on either next year, I don't think, but I'd probably give the edge to Imanaga.
Yeah, Imanaga feels like a house of cards to me in a lot of ways. And I've been saying that all season and it hasn't really come down, but strikeout rate collapse. He's going to be 33 next season, I believe. Or he will be 33 by this time next season, at least. So I feel like things could get pretty ugly for him more quickly than you would expect. But I don't know. I've been more skeptical, and it hasn't exactly worked out with Imanaga. So
guess which of the two has the higher swinging strike rate this year? It's Imanaga, actually.
I'm going to guess Imanaga because, Lodolo, the whiff rate has not been great this season.
Yeah.
But it has dropped by 3 percentage points this season for
Imanaga. Yeah.
From 14.5% last year to 11.5%.
It was shocking what he did last year in terms of strikeouts. I think this is closer to the version we thought we were getting.
Yeah, the answer might be neither for me, but I guess it'll be based on the cost for next season.
I lean towards neither as my answer for both of them as well.
Yeah. And then these last two, I have no idea where either is going to be drafted, but it's old versus new. Aaron Nola and Nolan McLean. So McLean, okay at the Phillies, 5 1/3 innings, 1 run, 3 walks, 5 strikeouts here. Overall, 5 starts, very small sample, 1.42 ERA and a .95 whip. Gets a lot of ground balls. Strikeouts have looked good there. And then Aaron Nola was actually better on the other side. He outdueled Nolan McLean for the win here. 6 shutout innings, 7 strikeouts. Clearly his best start since coming off the IL. 4 starts before this one, an 8.38 ERA, a 1.50 whip. The numbers on the season are atrocious for Aaron Nola. He's a veteran. Like, maybe he can bounce back. I have no idea where these guys get drafted, but what do you guys think?
I think definitely McLean, unless something dramatic happens to either one of them rest of the way. I mean, the Phillies could make a deep playoff run and Aaron Nola looks rejuvenated. I could see that happening potentially, but as things stand now, I'm not sure Aaron Nola will be in my top 50 for next year.
Yeah.
McLean definitely would. And McLean,
I feel like McLean's going to be it's not the same situation as Spencer Schwellenbach because we saw a lot more of Spencer Schwellenbach, but that way Spencer Schwellenbach just kept rising in drafts last spring. I feel like Nolan McLean could be that guy if he doesn't just completely fall apart the next 3 starts.
So we've seen the way his 5 starts have gone, McLean. It's gone 4 walks, 0 walks, 0 walks, 3 walks, 3 walks. So those 2 0-walk starts were phenomenal. And he's navigated the high walk starts pretty well, given that the walks were high. But you don't want that to become the norm for McLean. And looking at his minor league history, you could see control being kind of dicey for him. So I would like to see that not become a trend for McLean, the walks we've seen from him in the past couple starts and his first turn. But that's really the only complaint I have about him. He's been terrific otherwise.
I think, I don't know. I don't know if people will take this as an insult or like not giving McLean's upside enough credit, but I've made the comp to Logan Webb a few times, and that's really what I see when I see Nolan McLean pitch is I don't know if it's ever going to be like elite strikeout rates, but I think it'd be good. He obviously has to keep the control good enough. But that to me is what I think the ceiling for Nolan McLean is. Really, really good ground ball rate, has a couple of swing and miss pitches, including, he can use that 4-seamer and kind of pitch backwards with it. That's more of a put away pitch for him. But I do wonder if people will take that as like a little bit of an insult to Nolan McLean. I don't think it should be. Logan Webb is obviously awesome.
No, Logan Webb has had great seasons. That would be an awesome.
I feel like 6 months ago, if you said a top pitching prospect comped to Logan Webb, people would take it as an insult, and hopefully Logan Webb's earned a little more respect than that this season.
I would think so. I mean, he's been a top 15 pitcher in fantasy, like fourth.
3 of the last 4 years, I think.
I don't know if he technically finished that high, but that's how he's been regarded.
Yeah. I think that would be an awesome outcome for Nolan McLean if he can get to that Logan Webb level.